Well, hello and welcome to another session of Turf Talks with Race Mirror, and that time of the year where we all come down and all road leads to Mahalaxmi Racecourse. It is none other than the Indian Derby to be run on the 1st of February, Sunday, and this year it's known as the Villoo Poonawalla Indian Derby. As always, I've got my friend and my co-host with me, Gaurav Rampal. Gaurav, thank you so much for joining us, and it's a pleasure doing this episode again with you.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun to do this on the pre-derby weekend.
So Gaurav, 11 runners in this year's edition. How excited are you about the Indian Derby this year? Though we had certain setbacks, but I think kudos to the management making sure that the festivities continue.
They've done a good job considering the prevailing health and risk conditions in the industry, which we are all aware of. One always has to be excited about the Indian Derby. It's just that for me, it does have its fair share of restrictions with a lot of outstation horses who have not been able to travel. So, having said that, out of these 11 runners, 9 of them have proper Group 1 form. They have been on board in Group 1, so there is a bit of depth to the field. Another really interesting thing that I noticed, which I think has happened after many years, is that there's not a single got abroad in the field.
Oh, that's something that everybody needs to take a note of.
So yeah, that's interesting. These two things that it popped out when I glanced through the field. Yeah.
All right, absolutely. Not taking much time. Let's straight away dive into the field of 11 runners. We've got number 1, Bechimo. Now, Bechimo has won 5 or 6 starts. And I think the one start that he missed out on winning was the Pune Derby, where he had lost considerable ground. But after that, there's no looking back. Talk to us about how you think Bechimo's form is and what you think of Bechimo.
He's a live threat. First of all, I think Adiraj has done a fabulous job with both the colts who are running the Indian Derby. And he's got a very nice horse in Arrived as well, who won the Calcutta Derby, who sadly will not be arriving here because of the conditions that we discussed. Top form Bechimo has showed. His prep, I think, has been immaculate. Guinea's win was very impressive. Same was with R.R. Ruya. He is a live threat to the field. In terms of pedigree, his sire, French Navy, he was a very decent racehorse between 8 to 10 furlongs. He did retire to Dali first, stood a few years in the UK, and then he shifted to Jai Govind stud. If my facts are correct, this is the first Indian Classic winner for Jai Govind, so that's a big feat. French Navy himself, a very smart son of Shamadal, from the family of none other than Razin. So that bit is taken care of. He has produced his fair share of very good stayers abroad. So that side taken care of. The dam is a Phoenix Star dam called Autocop. She was 3rd in the Calcutta Guineas. The next dam, a burden of proof mare, Traffic Police, was a South Indian Oaks winner. So very decent influences in terms of broodmare size. Phoenix Star has produced an Indian Derby winner. Burden of Proof has produced an Indian Derby winner. This horse per se, I think has already overlived his expectations, what people would have had from the page. So he's done that. I think he's a live threat.
All right. Let's move on to the next horse, Red Bishop. Now, interestingly, Red Bishop, though having won his Colts Championship stakes in Hyderabad, has finished good seconds in couple of derbies down in the south in Hyderabad, in Mysore, and is the highest stake earner in the reckoning. He's won about 1.1 crore so far. So I think staying is not the ability. He had a certain setback, but I think that's been taken care of. His pedigree is right there. What do you think about Red Bishop?
Another classic winner in the field, was a very close second to Mountain Jewel in the Hyderabad Derby. Very nice horse, obviously well deserved to be in this field. King Dhaka has had a great year. He's been a spectacular stallion for Nanoli. He's thrown big horses year on year. The dam Solar Midnight is by Lemon Drop Kid. Decent amount of stamina can come from there. She herself was a winner in France, a very smart listed placed. She produced a few winners abroad. A very nice filly in England was a filly called West End Charmer, who won 4 races. Again, was a black type, I think a listed winner there. In India, the full brother, Magneto, is a proper stayer, and I think he holds the national course record for 3,200 meters. And there's another smart filly from the family, the younger sister to this horse, I think. She's by Cougar Mountain, called Migira, who placed in the Golconda Oaks and the Guineas. So, yeah, proper credentials. Considering his last few runs, I think he might be a little short on class for this mile and a half in this field.
Well, all right. Let's move on to the next one in the field, which is Rosario. Now, we did see Rosario playing the role of a pacemaker. Do you think he's in there for the same? Because Pacey has got 5 horses running in this derby.
Yeah, interestingly, there are 4 trainers in this field. And yeah, Pacey has 5. I think he is doing the job of a pacemaker. Having said that, he's had a smart win to his resume. Western Aristocrat has produced a Derby winner, Indian Derby winner in Zuccarelli, very good stallion. Damned Satellite, it's a nice family. She's a daughter of Satellite, who was second in the Indian Derby here, who was a champion in her own right, and she won the Bangalore Derby. Few other smart performers from the family. They Set a Flame, who won a Calcutta Ledger. Family of Troy Athwal, Noble Opinion won the Poonawalla Breeders' Million here. So yeah, there are some nice influences in the family, but at this point in time, I think he will be setting up the pace.
All right, noted. Now, the next one in the field is Sovereign King. Interestingly, Sovereign King again, he won in Bangalore beautifully. Then in the Derby, had that slight delay of getting out of the gates, and didn't try to come up there. But I think from his performance in the 2000 Guineas, where he was almost getting to Bechimo, and Bechimo had that luck of winning it by a nose. I think had there been another 200-400 meters, he would have got Bechimo at the post. But nevertheless, he's doing really well. I've seen him go in a mock race. He's run brilliantly over the 2000 meters. But like you said, mock races don't really talk about form. But talk to us about Sovereign King.
Hats off to Adiraj again, and he did win the Colts. Very smart. That was a close finish. Stormy Sea, Red Bishop, they were all there. But hats off to Adiraj to get him from such a long break and to come and run such a grand second in the Indian 2000 Guineas. Obviously, he's been handled very, very carefully. Trainer knows best, and there's an old English saying which says the Guineas are the best trials for the Derby. So if we have to go by that, I think he's had a good trial, and like you mentioned, he's had a very decent mock race. I haven't seen him lately, but I've heard he's looking very, very well. So he has credentials. He deserves to be there again, right at the top. He's by top class. His half brother is a cracker of a sprinter, Time and Tide, who won 2 Sprinters Cup. Further down in the family, there's Panache, who won the Indian 1000 Guineas. There's Campanero, who won the Eclipse here. There's Illustrious Rain, who won the President of India Gold Cup. There's Native Quest, who won the Golconda Oaks. So, yeah, there is a decent amount of stamina influence as well. Royal Kingdom also there in the family. These are some very nice influences, and Starlet has turned out to be a top broodmare for Mukteshwar.
All right, moving on to horse number 5, we have Stormy Sea. Your thoughts on Stormy Sea?
Obviously, another very good horse in the field who's lost a bit of sheen this season. He won the Manjri Mile here last year, very impressively, and that's a very good pointer race for future classics, which did show up in the Bangalore summer. He finished shorted or ahead second in the Colts to Sovereign King. This year, for some reason, he's not shown that devastating turn of foot which he showed earlier. Looks $1,000,000, no doubt. Interesting family, another runner from the Dashmesh stud here. Dreamfield, a son of Oasis Dream, was a very, very nice sprinter. The dam, Annie's won the Bangalore Guineas, won the Bangalore Oaks, was second in the Bangalore Derby. Her dam, Angelique, won the CN Wadia over here. She produced a very smart horse in Angel Dust, who won both the Bangalore Derbies, summer and winter. She produced a very nice horse in Star is Born, who was second in the Indian Derby. He's a triple Group 1 winner, won the Indian 2000 Guineas. So, looking well, moving well. I don't think, I haven't been able to pinpoint why he's not carrying on with that nice turn of foot which he showed previous season. So, lots to find for him in this race.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to horse number 6, Zacharias. Now Zacharias won the Pune Derby in taking style, and since then I think he's run in the 2000 Guineas, finished second to Bechimo, then again run the Ruya. Something tells me that he's not right up there. Do you think that it's the change of weather from Pune to Bombay, and might be that certain horses prefer a certain kind of conditions, certain kind of weather that is affecting Zacharias' performance, or do you think that it's just a warm up for him and something special is going to come up in the Indian Derby?
His performance in Pune Derby was special. Smashing looking horse. I will not be able to comment on any of those questions you asked because Pacey probably has those answers. I am not privy to any of that info, so I don't want to make a comment and make a fool of myself. Talking about the Bombay track, he won impressively here last year. Pacey nursed him, gave him a break during the Bangalore summer, came back, boom, very, very smart performance in the Pune Derby. I personally at that point in time thought he will be a absolute frontline contender for the Indian Derby. He didn't, like you said, deliver at that level in the 2000 Guineas and the Ruya. So we hope that the Pune Derby magic turns up again and he shows us what he really is. Western Aristocrat, another cracking dark bay like Zucker Ali, this one. Dam was a very smart performer. Watch My Script was by What's the Script. She won 10 races. She won a group race, I think the Fillies Mile in, not the mile, the Mares and Fillies in Pune. That was a group victory if I remember correctly. So listen, he is a Derby winner in the field and I don't think we should take him lightly.
Absolutely. All right. Moving on to the next horse, which is Dreamer, another runner for Mr. M.K. Jadhav. He's got 3 runners, surprisingly, in this one, and Dreamer is his second runner. Your thoughts about Dreamer?
So he's got 3 runners, all 3 from Dashmesh stud. All 3 have Group 1 forms. Stormy Sea is a Group winner with a Group 1 form. Dreamer was third in the Indian Oaks. Nice filly again. The dam practically perfect. Was a Sunday out mare. She won the Fillies Championship in Hyderabad. She placed in the Golconda Oaks and the Guineas. She's produced a smart stare in Kalamitsi. Dashmesh's Silver Riflet family of another smart horse, Antiquera, in there. Might just be in a deep end in this field. She's a smallish build, light frame. Ran the Guineas, ran the Oaks. She does stay. But will she stay with this level of class? And this race might be a little too hard on the way she is physically built.
Okay, noted. Then we have horse number 8, Finn Boss. Now, Finn Boss has won the Bangalore Summer Derby, was rested the entire Pune season, then came out and won the Oaks very impressively. Disappointing run in the 1000 Guineas, where everybody thought that she'll walk away with this one, but tough competition came in from Kavya, and Kavya won that race. But let's talk about Finn Boss based on her last run from the Oaks. She smashed the field.
Absolute champion. For me, in this field, and I can't tip horses to save my life, but anyone who wins the Derby will have to beat Finn Boss, is how I look at this field. He's very consistent performer. Showed what she has in the Manjri Mile last year. The way she stretched in that was absolutely only proper horses do that. Reflected that in the Phillies Trial Stakes and the Bangalore Derby. Well rested in Pune. Yes, the way the market suggested, it was a walkover for her in the Indian 1000 Guineas. But there's a reason why it is an Indian classic. You don't take it lightly. She's run a brilliant race, and yes, probably a couple of furlongs she should have been a winner, could have been a winner. That is always speculation in this sport. That's what makes the sport so beautiful. Absolute champion. What she did in Oaks was again super impressive. Only proper horses can do that. Blue Hen Nanoli pedigree just keeps getting better, and they deliver every year. Her full brother Zucchero won the Eclipse last year. There's a very long list of very good horses from this family. I might be forgetting a lot of them, but let me try and rattle out a few names. So it's the family of Rahi Serenade, Alai Serenade, Bruckner, Monet, Picasso, Onassis, Frida Kahlo. Looks like we are in the art gallery. Diego Rivera, Sergeant at Arms. So, if something comes together for the family, it is Finn Boss and the Indian Derby. King Dhaka, as again we mentioned earlier with Red Bishop, he's been such a good stallion for the farm. And I'm repeating it, for me, the winner has to beat Finn Boss.
All right, noted on that one. With that, let's move on to another runner, like you said, from bred by Dashmesh, again a runner for Mr. M.K. Jadhav, horse number 9, Kavya, win legend out of Monmouth.
Yeah, very interesting story. So Monmouth herself was bought as a yearling in the UK and raced by Mr. Shirke, Mr. Dhanji Boy, Mr. Burgess Desai and Mr. Farooq Ratansi. Then she was covered and brought to India. Nanoli moves on, imports a lot of mares, so they end up parting away with a lot of mares over the years, and that's how Monmouth landed at Dashmesh Stud. So yes, this filly is foaled and raised at Dashmesh Stud. Beautiful specimen. Win legend, has won the Indian Derby with Hall of Famer. Won another Indian Classic with Sir Cecil, 2000 Guineas. So proper credentials on that front. Everybody has a question whether she'll stay or not, and we'll know that only on Sunday. So Broodmess I Monju is a very staying influence. The next dam is by Machiavellian, who's another very decent staying influence. Monmouth has been a very good broodmare. She's produced group winners in Vachan, Chashni. John Wick was a classic winner, and Kavya, the Indian 1000 Guineas winner. So there she had a setback. She skipped the Oaks. David Allen rides her again, and you should never ever take an Indian Classic winner lightly. So yeah, $1 million question is whether she's going to stay or not.
Alright, moving on to horse number 10, King's Gambit. Now, Duell has been doing well for himself. He's won his first not Indian Classic, but a Grade 1 race and a derby in the likes of Mountain Jewel. And now, he's King's Gambit is out of China Creek. Your thoughts on King's Gambit?
How can you forget Arrived?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Arrived as well. I'm so sorry. If Amita ma'am is watching this, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, to have 2 Derby winners in his first crop, commendable. Sadly, both those Derby winners are not able to travel to Bombay. So yeah, China Creek, a very, very interesting mare for Usha Stud. She's by Street Cry, proper influence He's produced the likes of Zenyatta and Winx. So a proper influence there. Female family, a very strong family of another very good international stallion in Danehill Dancer. China Creek came in fold to Star Spangled Banner, who's usually a very speedy influence, and she'd produced a smart sprinter in Dragoness. But half sister to this filly, King's Gambit, was King's Ransom. She won 3 Group 1s on a trot. She won the Pune Derby, the Indian Thousand Guineas, Indian Oaks. Was a luckless second in the Indian Derby. Worked out well for Usha Stud because if I remember correctly, Usha Stud was 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6.
All right.
In that Indian Derby. I think Mira, King's Ransom,
Then
Wall Street, Imperial Blue, 5th was Diff and 6th was Supernatural. It worked out well for Usha Stud. We have a half sister to King's Ransom. She's run behind Finn Boss in the Oaks. So another Group 1 performer in the field, and Usha Stud has an incredible record in the Indian Classics. So Pacey Shroff has an incredible record. Mr. Shirke has a great record. So lots going for this filly as well.
all right. So moving on to our last runner, the 11th runner in this Indian Derby field, which is Pristine Glory. This is trained by Kartik Ganpati. Now, I don't know who's going to ride this horse, but Gaurav, your thoughts on Pristine Glory?
Again, she'll need to find a lot more in this field. I'm sure trainer has his reasons for running. It's a deep field for what she's done till now. But I'm assuming trainer believes that she stays till the cows come home, and probably that's the reason why she's here. Another one from Usha Stud, speaking of which, won it with Mira. The Damn Heaven is here, was second in the Bangalore Oaks. She's a multi-dimensional mare out of Margarita Rita. Margarita Rita produced a Group 1 winner in Mojito, who won the Coles Championship. There's a horse that ran second in the Pune Derby from this family called Wizard of Stock. And there's a filly which was second in the Indian Oaks from the family called Eyes for You. So yeah, that's on the pedigree front. I'm sure connections have their reasons for having her in the field.
Oh.
And that's what we have. 6 Coles, 5 fillies in the field.
Well, absolutely. It is going to be an exciting race to watch out for. And if you are in Bombay, all roads should lead to Mahalaxmi Racecourse on the 1st of February, Sunday. And yes, the Indian Derby is going to be run at 5:45, and we have evening racing that day. So if you're around in town, I think this is a race that nobody should miss. And we urge you all to come down, watch the race live at the racecourse. But some interesting facts when I sat down and I was seeing. I'm not a numbers man, but they sometimes say, I don't want to jinx it as well. So they sometimes say that when stars align, when numbers align, it becomes lucky for you. So I was just doing a basic math, and I'm going to talk about the Diamond Racing Band Syndicate. He won his last race with Bedville Rope, 2006. 20 years to 2026. He's got a Derby runner in Bechimo. He's done him proud, and I think the race is going to be run on 01/02/2026. So it's like the first, if I don't want to jinx it again, if Bechimo wins, first Indian Derby for Adiraj 01, second for Shiven Surendranath after 20 years, 2026. So I think the stars are aligning. I'm rooting for Bechimo to win, but like you said, everybody has to beat Finn Boss. So
listen,
let's wait and watch.
This is the Indian Derby. It's mother of all races. You and I might have our favorites and our friends and families and alliances and business associates, all of that. Let me tell you one thing. Forget this race. This sport it's a tough sport. Okay, there are people behind the scene every morning, 4 a.m. on the job. And you meet, mostly what you meet in this field is disappointments. You lose more races, you win a very few. rejection is something that you need to live with. You spend enough number of years in the sport and it makes a man out of a boy. My point is that it's a very tough sport. It's very tough to win these big races, and I'm not a numbers person as such, because if it's good luck for someone, it might just be bad luck for the other person. So I don't get into those things. But whoever wins this, be rest assured, there is someone in the chain, someone in the line who's involved with the horse, with the race, who deserves it well.
Absolutely.
So
I couldn't
good luck to the connections.
agree with you more. And with that, let the best horse win, and we'll see you past the post. Thank you so much for joining us again with another episode of Turf Talks with Race Mirror. Please do continue to like, follow, subscribe and share Race Mirror across YouTube, Twitter and Instagram. And we shall bring you more content from our archives, from our collection. And hope we see you on Sunday, the 1st of February at the Mahalaxmi Racecourse, witnessing none other than the Villoo Poonawalla Indian Derby Grade 1. Thank you so much, Gaurav. It was lovely chatting with you.
Pleasure.
And hope we see the best horse win this one.
Absolutely.